Hello and welcome to What the Hey, where I'm your regular host of What the Hey, and today on What the Hey, I'm once again answering yet another question. When I go to my notebook of knowledge, I see the question of, what the hey is Nickelodeon Studios? Now this question was asked by Mr. 2007, so hello to you and thank you very much for the question. Now, in terms of a very basic description, Nickelodeon Studios was a tourable facility where visitors could essentially see the production work as well as participate in Nickelodeon-related game shows. The advertisable catchphrase for Nickelodeon Studios was the first world headquarters for kids because the main visitors for the studio was kids, although parents were allowed. The official opening for Nickelodeon Studios was June 7th of 1990, which I believe is like 31 years ago, which is quite a bit. And before even officially being open, the idea for the location of Nickelodeon Studios turned out to be Orlando, Florida, because that was kind of near where the Universal theme park was going to be, and they kind of decided that it'd be good to have it there for commercial reasons. The actual facilities that could be toured by guests at Nickelodeon Studios range from sound stages 17, 18, 19, as well as 21, and then there was the occasional dressing room, makeup, and rehearsal area. The whole reason why Nickelodeon Studios was kind of put into place in general was the fact that people who toured the facility could kind of see the whole production work behind Nickelodeon shows, specifically game shows, because the people who did tours got to see the creation of like regular shows on TV, as well as participate in possible eventual game shows from Nickelodeon. Guests could apparently also be slimed. I think that's something I would want to skip on because every time I've seen someone get slimed, it does not look that appealing, but maybe it's fun, I don't know. And when actually discussing the shows that were filmed at Nickelodeon Studios, within the different sound stages, all of those were done in front of a live audience. And there's an online list of all the shows that were done at Nickelodeon Studios, but some of the more prominent ones were Double Dare, which also had a few other shows along with that. You had Guts, 15, and stuff like Nickelodeon Splat, so a lot of that was done within those production sound stages. Unfortunately, down the line, Nickelodeon Studios was basically shut down. The exact date was April 30th of 2005, which is about 17 years ago. The main reason for it shutting down was basically the lack of interest. And from what I was seeing during my research, the lack of interest was mainly in audiences for the live game shows. And there were also a lot of reports of staff leaving, as well as just a cut down on the amount of staff that worked at Nickelodeon Studios, so eventually it all just came to a close. But in terms of my general opinion, I feel like for the time being, it was a good idea. Of course, nowadays you can always put a fake laugh track behind any show, so you don't necessarily need that, but specifically for the game shows, you do technically need a live audience. I think the one main good thing to come out of Nickelodeon Studios was the fact that the Blue Men Group eventually got a facility near Nickelodeon Studios, and I personally like the Blue Men Group, so I thought that was cool. But that's essentially the answer to the question, so if you have any questions, let me know and I'll get to working on them as soon as I can. I do have a Wix website where you can see what I'll be working on in the future, so feel free to check that out, but that's basically it, so thank you very much for watching. Bye!